Rudy, have you paid much attention to the early schedule, or you guys just look past that?
Yeah. Although we're focused on tomorrow, but I've taken a look at it and seen exactly what we have to come. It's definitely a tough schedule, but yet I think we're capable of being pretty good in it.
You got an idea from either Masai or coach or anybody what identity you guys are trying to create here? Like what type of team you want to be?
I think we got our identity in practice. I think we're just going to be a hard-working, up and down kind of team. Athletic, we have the bodies for it. We have the players for it, and it's just we're going to be one of those teams that's going to be fun to watch.
I don't understand what it's like to be in your position, to be in this kind of contract year. And I mean, is it difficult at all to balance everything, all the expectations with the team and your own?
No. I consider myself a team guy. And for me to use that to as any kind of distraction this year will be selfish. And, I think not just myself, I think all of us have something to prove, and we're going to go out there and play together.
How good is it to know that there's a continuity in the starting five from the end of last year? Can we read too much into that?
I think so. I think, we have continuity, but I think we still can grow together a little bit more. We've gotten a lot better since last year as a team, and I think, as we play this year, we will get a lot better, even better. I did drop out of college.
Coach said that he's naming yourself and DeMar as captains. It's not traditionally done in basketball. What does that mean to you guys?
It means a lot. It's a lot of responsibility, and I think it's responsibility that I kind of inherited. Just with DeMar, I think it's good to just have DeMar right there because he's younger than me, and I feel like I could teach him a couple things. But just as far as leading this team, we have a lot on our shoulders, and it's going to be a long season. And for us to be captains, we have to keep the team involved in trying to get better.
Is there anything from the preseason? I know sometimes it's easy to read too much into the preseason, but was there anything that really struck you about an individual or this team?
Not really. I've never really been the type of person to really buy into preseason too much. I buy into practice a lot more. Preseason is just a dress rehearsal. Tomorrow is a real thing. But as far as practice, a lot of guys have really showed up and really given it their all. I think everybody knew what kind of players that each and one of us were coming in here. We knew Tyler was a bruiser. We knew DJ was a setup point guard that could shoot threes. And, we knew Steve Novak can shoot the leg off the ball. So, everybody pretty much lived up to their standards. It's just how do we fit together.
Do you feel like everybody's pretty clear on what's being expected of them, what's being asked of them? I know Dwayne gives you guys cards with your roles on them and stuff like that. Do you feel like everybody's pretty comfortable with where you're at?
Yeah, I think so. I think that goes without being said. I think we come in here, everybody knows what they have to do to make us a better team. That's been said, we've been here since basically September, so guys pretty much know their roles and I've gotten better at that. It's just how things come to place when we face adversity, when we're down, when you lost a couple games. That's when you really feel it. You'll find out the identity of a team or each individual player.
Do you think this team is built to withstand that? Because last year, before you got here, there was the bad start, and it took a while to dig out of it.
We definitely know. We definitely remember that start. I remember, and I wasn't even here, so we definitely have that in the back of our minds, and that's something that we don't want to get back into.
How big of a year is this for you personally, considering last year you dealt with the eyes, and sort of just your numbers were down?
Yeah, there was a lot of distractions from me last year. I think this year, with all those things behind me and a fresh start with this team, it really, it's just refreshing.
Where do you see yourself at in your career right now, heading into the prime of it?
Heading into the prime of it, I guess. I don't know. I'm never going to say I'm old. Yeah. I still think I'm pretty young.